Hello, this is Big Boss, Rescue Chief of Humane Emergency Animal Rescue. Welcome to our series, Animal Rescue Postmortem, where we analyze the good, the bad, and the ugly of animal rescues throughout the world.
Number 18, we'll watch this newscast and then we'll get busy talking about the incident here.
3 this afternoon. The dog fell about 60 feet down a hole in a backyard, and CBS 8 was there live the moment firefighters hauled it out. CBS 8's Richard Allen shows us how the rescue plan came together and how Indy is doing.
Well, that's right. About 4 hours after this terrifying ordeal first began, this 100-pound retired police canine, Indy, is now safe and sound thanks to the heroic efforts of a small army of first responders. This is the moment that firefighters and animal rescue personnel were beginning to worry may never come.
At some point in time, you're starting to think, okay, we don't know what we're going to do here.
Indy's owner, Mark Pugh, says that at around 2:30 this afternoon, his 9-year-old German Shepherd was romping around.
Out here playing around, running free, and then walked over to that way, and he just slipped past the green and fell into those giant holes.
Fire rescue and animal rescue crews quickly arrived on scene and were confronted with their first challenge.
Since the ground was very unstable, there was no way to put a personnel down inside that hole.
A hole that by varying estimates was about 4 feet wide and 40 to 60 feet deep. Rescue crews attempted several maneuvers, including sending down a number of different specialized hooks to Indy.
And because of the way the hole was, because nothing was long enough to make it down to there, we couldn't get any support to it.
In the meantime, another firefighter tried lowering a lasso to secure the frightened canine as time kept slipping by.
Anytime it felt it start kind of get the rope around it, it would lift its head, and we'd lose the little grip that we had. So we tried that for about 4 or 5 hours.
And nothing was happening, and then right at the end, the dog lifted his head. The firefighter that had the lasso was able to get it around the neck, and as soon as he did, they pulled it tight, and we just brought him right out.
And while lifting the trapped dog by his neck was not ideal, few alternatives remained. Rescue crews say Indy was not hurt by the rescue procedure.
He was breathing well, seemed to be very stable, some cuts and some bruises, maybe some problems with his hip from landing down inside there. But I put a leash and a muzzle on him, and he didn't fight me at all.
As Indy is soothed by an extremely grateful owner.
So much thanks. So much thanks.
Who's now taking him to a vet for a thorough exam.
Oh, I'm just so happy he made it, and he's okay.
Richard Allen, CBS 8.
Okay, I'm going to mute that. Start the replay on it. All right, we have a technical rescue here. You have to have rope rescue technicians on this. There's no getting around that. We've got a dog down a deep hole. I'm just going to try to forward it up to something here. All right, we've got a dog down a deep hole. It looks like let's go back to this real quick. They're using their aerial unit as a high point here. You got a not passing pulley. Looks like a CMC brand carabiner there. But anyway, here's your high point. We're using that aerial unit for the high point. And everybody involved in this rescue needs to be rope rescue technician. Anyone around the hole needs to be tied off and secure to a harness. Here's the owner. I believe this is the owner. Everybody that is in any proximity of coming into contact with that hole and falling down in there should be tied off. It doesn't look like they were doing that here. That's my suggestion, and I can assure you, if we were doing this rescue, everyone in that immediate vicinity of the hole that might come in contact with it would be secured, because falling 50 or 60 feet, they could be unconscious when they hit the bottom if they get that far. However, if you're using a belay line or a safety line here, you can use work positioning equipment. I'm just trying to be brief here. Work positioning equipment, so you can walk around up here and be attached to a line and walk anywhere you need to, and then still be secure. So if you did fall down into that hole, you're not going to travel very far, and then you'll be able to be extricated really easily. And then let's go to this for just a second, because this is where I think they lift the dog out. Let's watch this. Okay. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to replay this section right here. Let me go back.
Heroic efforts of a small army
Listen.
of first responders. This is the moment that firefighters and animal rescue.
Okay, we've got multiple people trying to give a command on whoever's operating the rope systems. There should only be one person giving the commands there, with multiple people yelling. You can drown out their voices. You can't hear them clearly. There should be one person that's in charge of that, giving the team members, however you got your team set up, saying anything in that. You got multiple people. That's just not good. That's not how you should be doing it. All right. And then this one guy here, he mentions that the hole was either 3 or 4 feet in diameter. And let me go here real quick. This guy's looking down in the hole. Where is his harness? He doesn't have a harness on. He needs to have a harness on and be protected from falling down into this hole. And then you got this guy. Well, where did he go? I missed him. This guy here says the hole's 3 or 4 feet in diameter. If I'm on the scene of that and my rescue crew's doing it, they might not send personnel down there, but we're going to send personnel down there to do it. I'll go down myself if it's 50 or 60 feet or whatever it happens to be, and it's big enough for a human to fit through. I'm not going to spend 6 or 8 hours waiting for the dog to get in the noose. Somebody's going down in that hole. One of our team will do it, and we'll secure the dog. Maybe leave him down there, leave him in a harness, get the technician who's in the hole out, and then something just occurred to me. You might need a blower to blow fresh air down in there, because you can enter now. As soon as you open that hole up, you enter it's a confined space rescue. So you want to make sure you got adequate oxygen and ventilation down there at the bottom for whatever reason, and set up a tripod, an A-frame, because we're not going to have an aerial unit, but we would set up a tripod, not an A-frame, but a tripod on top of that, and you can get people, animals, whatever, in and out of that. So that's how we would handle it, okay? And we absolutely, unless it's so unstable and so risky that you really just shouldn't send any human being down into that hole. But since we don't know what the inside of the hole looks like, there's no way to accurately say that, but I'm just telling you how we would most likely handle that type of incident, whether the fire department agreed with it or not. Okay? So they can't stop us from doing an animal rescue. But I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 because they had the patience to do that. But I just don't think waiting that long is it. However, it may have required it. If it's as unstable as he says it is, then the only way to do that is to maybe try to get a noose around it. But I can tell you how extremely difficult it is. And that one guy said, what did he say, 5 or 6 hours? They tried to do that. And then if he had a harness on, and this is another reason to have a harness on your dog. If you let your dog out into the backyard, put a harness on it. In this situation, it wouldn't work. However, there's a device made that goes on the end of a pole where you can have a line connected to it, and then it's set up so that it'll hold a carabiner open, and then you can get that to click on a dog harness, but it's 50, 60 feet, 40, 60 feet, whatever the depth is on there. That's just not going to work for that incident. But I'm just mentioning that tool because there's one available. It took that long to get this, and because I wasn't there, I don't know what ropes they were using or anything else. I really can't address that much more than what I've done here in the video. But hey, 5 stars out of 5. They got it done. Nobody died. The animal survived. And there you go. And happily ever after. Check it out down in the lower side of the screen there. Look for our email address if you're going to send us if you're going to send us postmortem suggestions, go to our website, sign up for our blog post to get to your inbox notifications. I've made about 20 videos today. Sorry. You're going to get our I keep calling it a newsletter. It's not. It's a blog post. So it's news of the organization, new video notifications, emergency service products, reviews, that kind of thing. And then what else? We're going to have, I think that's it for the website. Oh, yeah, go to the donations wish list page. Maybe there's something you can help us out with there. Check out our merchandise. And then make sure that you like and share this video on your social media. Generate those views. That really helps us generate an income stream from the YouTube channel. If you do that, you can really help support the organization in a really great way. All right, that's all I've got to say about this. Bye.